So it's finally time to plan your Greek vacation. Excellent. Let me show you how. What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. If you guys don't already know me, my name is Jerry, and I have spent the last 3 out of 4 summers in Greece traveling through the islands, and also my best friend's Greek. So when I tell you guys how to travel Greece on a budget and what to pack, what to expect, I kind of know what I'm talking about. So we're going to break the video up into 3 different sections. We're going to talk about budgeting and planning your trip. We're going to talk about cultural differences, what you guys can kind of expect from Greece, what you can expect from the Greek people, and we're also going to talk about packing. And I'm not going to talk about packing like, hey, here's your swimsuit, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to talk about the things that you probably don't think about and that you're really going to want once you get to the island. So let's get started. Alright guys, let's start this video talking about flights, and this is everyone's biggest expense. It's their biggest concern, and it absolutely should be, because it probably is going to be your biggest expense of the trip. Once you get over to Greece, there's a lot of ways you can cut and you can budget and you can make it cheap, no problem. But with flights, as it goes, you're going to have to work a little bit to find a cheap flight. So typically in season, you're going to look at $1,600 to $1,800 per flight. That's why, again, you should not go in season. If you go outside the season, outside those 2 months, I've seen flights as low as $1,000. So if you find something for around $1,000, I'd say that's a pretty solid ticket. If you can help it, don't have a very specific exit and return date. You can have a range of dates. Maybe it's like a Monday through Wednesday date that you're checking in on, and a return date, same thing. You have a couple of range options for your return date. Really good software that I use, ITA Matrix software. I'm going to put it right here. This is actually a Google site that actually compares all the websites that it can find online, and actually is quite comprehensive. I found some really good flights on there, as well as the regular travel sites that you're going to see, Momondo, Kayak, Skyscanner. Those ones are good as well. I would definitely check all the platforms, because I found cheaper tickets on this site and found different cheaper tickets on this site. It's just kind of random luck of the draw. I haven't found one site that does better than the other or does it all. I would definitely check all of them. Also guys, check in on Secret Flying. That one is going to be one where you get a random ticket at a random time to a random place, and it may happen to be where you're trying to go, and you get it for like a stupid, ridiculously cheap price. When you're searching for these flights, make sure that you're in incognito mode. So if you're searching on Google, go to incognito mode, and that is going to take you to a private browsing window, or if you're on Mac, just open up a private browsing. That is going to ensure that these websites are not collecting your information, because when you search for flights all the time, actually these sites will actually see that, hey, this person is searching for flights to Greece, and they'll actually raise the prices up for the flights to Greece. I know, it really happens. All right, let's talk about transportation. Once you get on the island, how are you gonna get around? So option 1, obviously taxi cabs. If you're on a budget, taxi cabs, very bad idea. Don't go with the taxi cabs. You have 2 other options. Option would be rent a scooter, rent a car, still very expensive, or you could use the public transportation, not as expensive, but not very good either. So what I suggest you guys do is really have your trip planned out. So you know that you're staying at this location. So here's your island here, here's where you're staying here. You have things to do that are around the place that you're staying, and then you have other places that you want to go see. So what you need to do is coordinate everything that you want to do around your hotel, around your place on day 1. Something you can walk to, something you maybe have a short bus ride to, something like that, and that's what you do day 1. And these other things that you have out here that are on the other side of the island that are going to take some driving to get to, that's the day you rent a scooter. I will caution you though, be very careful, because I still have my my scars from my 2 wrecks. I wrecked twice. Just stay to the right side, just cruise. When we're talking about bus routes, we're talking about public transportation. The problem is it doesn't go to all the places. It's going to take you to the very touristy spots, the spots that they know everyone wants to go to, and it's not going to take you to the other spots that you probably want to venture out to, you probably want to go to. And those places can be over mountains, they can be over cliffs, they can be, the roads go like this. It's not like it's just a straight walk. You're walking up and around and down, and it can be very time consuming. So that's the day that you want to rent the scooter and or check out the bus routes too, because they do take you to some cool places. All right, next one. Let's talk about accommodations, where you're gonna stay. And this one can really break the bank. So when you're thinking of places to stay in Greece, this one is definitely, if you're trying to go on a budget, this is definitely the one where you want to think of everything is not about location. If you guys are in a city, if you guys are in a main area, you're gonna be fine. Everything inside of that area is gonna be walking distance. It's not gonna be a problem. Anything else that you wanna go to, you're gonna have to drive there anyways. So again, you're not going to Greece to stay in the room. You're not going to go to Greece to do a 5-star hotel or anything like that. That's not what Greece is about. Greece is about experiencing the beaches, experiencing the cliffs, the water, the people, the nightlife, going out, all of that stuff. It's about being out of the hotel. So what you want to look for in a hotel is you want to look for AC, you want to look for something clean, and that's about it. Typically, I highly recommend a bed and breakfast style. And this is gonna be good if you guys are traveling in 2 people because you're gonna get a nice small room. It's gonna be nice and clean inside. Typically owned by a family, a local family there. They're gonna have breakfast for you and clean showers, clean towels, clean sheets, all of that stuff, and 2 cot style beds. And that's gonna run you about 35 euros, which is $45 a night. Now, if you guys are looking for something else like hostel accommodations, there are some hostels that I found, but not very many. So you guys are gonna have to do your research if you want something cheaper than that. If you're traveling alone, they are available, but you're gonna have to look. Also guys, again, do not book in the high season. July, August, just don't even go, don't go. It's gonna be way too expensive. It's gonna be full of people. It's gonna be very hard. And if you do have to go during those times, book your trip way in advance. Book the hotels way in advance. All right guys, now this is a big one. We're gonna talk about food. So we know that when you're traveling, everyone's budget breaker is always food, alcohol, things like that. And it definitely can be. So when you guys are traveling in Greece, here's how to avoid that. So breakfast, we already got it covered. We're staying in a B&B, bed and breakfast, meaning it includes breakfast. So we got that covered. Lunch, guys, you're gonna go to kind of like the small shops. There's tons of little sandwich shops you're gonna see, local shops. Don't go right on the port. If you guys go right on the port, right in the water area, everything's gonna be very expensive. Go down some of the side roads, look for somebody local cafe, local sandwich shop, get yourself a sandwich or something like that, and it's gonna be much cheaper. You're gonna be looking around $4 to $6 for a very good meal. You're gonna get a sandwich, you're gonna get a drink, you're gonna get fries, you're gonna get something else with that. And again, $4 to $6 I think is pretty good for lunch. When we're talking dinner, that's kind of gonna be up to you guys, where you're at with your budget, where you're feeling. If you go out to dinner, you're looking at probably $10 to $12 for a meal, something like that. Also guys, when we're talking alcohol, that is gonna get expensive very quick again, just because most of the islands, they have to import everything they bring in. So alcohol, liquor, things like that, prices are marked up pretty high. So if you're looking at a beer, you're looking at about $5 to $6. If you're looking at a mixed drink, you're looking at $10, $12, $15 for like a specialty mixed drink. Other options outside of that would be find your local grocery store. You're usually gonna see some type of market or something in one of the main towns on the islands where you can go and grab food, grab bread, anything that you really need. Yeah, I know you guys know how to pregame. Is money. Obviously, it's a big cause for concern when you're traveling overseas. You want to get the best exchange rate, and you absolutely should be concerned about that. The best way that I found to do that is actually, first thing you need to do is talk to your bank and let them know that you're going to be traveling overseas, so they take a block off your account. The next thing you're going to do is when you get inside of Greece, you're going to go to the ATM and you're just going to directly pull money out from there. Now, you are going to get charged a $3 fee probably on your bank side and probably a $3 fee on their ATM side, so it's going to be like a $6 fee. But in the long run, you're gonna get the exact exchange rate that is occurring that very day. So if you guys are gonna be traveling to Greece or really anywhere overseas, this guy is gonna cost you a lot of money. So if you're looking to use a data package, or if you're looking to use a phone package, something like that overseas, it's gonna get very expensive very fast, even if you're going for a short period of time or a long period of time. Really simple, guys, to fix that problem. All you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your phone, just go ahead and hit that little airplane. That's going to basically shut down your service. That's going to put you in airplane mode. And don't worry, I know you guys are like, oh my God, man, I'm going to be disconnected from the world. No, that's not true. Everything, literally, when I say Greece runs on Wi-Fi, I mean literally Greece runs on Wi-Fi. Every single restaurant, every single hotel, every single house, you walk down the street and you just get Wi-Fi down the entire road. Now, if you guys do want a data package, you guys do want some data or something, you guys can buy a data package from one of the local stores. And it's really simple. All you have to do is you go to a phone store and they're gonna switch out the SIM card in your phone. Keep the old SIM card in your phone because you're gonna need that when you put it back in. But what you guys wanna make sure that you do, you wanna make sure that your phone is unlocked. Check with your carrier and make sure your phone is unlocked so that you're able to do that, because a lot of companies will lock your phone in the States, AT&T being one of them. Yeah. Or guys, other alternative, you know, just socialize with people for God's sakes, you know, go talk to somebody, make some new friends. Hit me up below, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All right, let's talk cultural differences. First off, guys, if you are traveling to a foreign country and they don't speak English as their primary language, even though it's a very touristy area like Greece is, like, know a little bit of the language. You don't have to know a lot, but like 15, 20 words is gonna get you a long way. I put a whole list down below. Let's talk about dinner. The schedule is very different. It's gonna be really pushed back from what you're used to in the United States. So what it's gonna be like is you're probably gonna go out for dinner around 8 or 9 o'clock. That's the typical time to go out and start your dinner. Dinner's gonna start off with drinks, with appetizers, stuff like that. Then you're gonna have your entree, then you're gonna have your dessert, then you're gonna sit and socialize, have a drink, have a coffee. It's gonna be a pretty long ordeal. If you're doing like the traditional Greek dinner, if you're going out with Greeks or anything like that, that is what it's gonna look like. After that, if you're looking to go out that night, you're gonna transfer from the restaurant to like a very casual sit-down type of bar where you're outside, you're on the court, you're hanging out, you're socializing, you're sitting in a big circle with people, and you're just hanging out, having a beer, having a cocktail, relaxing, enjoying the night. Decent music is playing. Not when I say decent, I mean like decently loud, not super loud, like it's not, you know, it's not pumping like that. And you're gonna be there for a few hours, probably till about 1:30 to 2:30, something like that. And then if you're looking to go out that night, that is the time that you go out. Okay, let's knock out everything that you're gonna need at the store in one quick run. Ready, set, snacks for the plate. You know the basics. Sunscreen, Band-Aids in case you crash your scooter, Advil, something for stomach pain. Girls, you know what to do. Oh yes. Maybe some more snacks. It's a long flight. So most, if not all of this stuff you guys will be able to get in Greece. The problem is that when you guys start going to some of the remote islands, it does get harder to get some of the stuff, especially like the medicine, Advil, Tums, stuff like that. If you guys are looking for that type of stuff, you're looking for a pharmacy. They will not have it at a grocery store. You guys go into a main grocery store, they will not have any type of meds or anything like that. And if you guys are trying to buy sunscreen there, it's gonna be literally triple the price. Multivitamins, extra beach backpack, great idea. Oh, check this out. This here is a little water filter. So inside here is obviously like a plastic little bottle thing that you can put water in. But this here is a filter that's gonna filter out any kind of water. So you guys can use like river water, you guys can use the water from the sink and feel very safe that it's gonna be safe for you and it's gonna be okay and you're not gonna die the next day. This is called Be Free, is the name of the brand of this one. I know there's another one that's called Life Straw as well. Oh, yeah, of course, beach towel. Yeah, you're gonna need swimmer trunks. Electrical outlet converter. Walking shoes, flip-flops, going out shoes. That's gonna be it, guys, for today's video. I hope you guys are ready for Greece. It's gonna be an amazing trip. If you guys haven't noticed yet, I'm actually not in Greece anymore. I'm actually, as you can tell, it's a little tip for Australia, a little precursor to the next video. It's wintertime is switched from the US, so it's kind of cold right now. If you guys want to see more from Greece, obviously check out my channel. I have a bunch of videos from the different islands that I checked out, and if you guys want to see my trip in Australia, all you have to do, just click right there. Just go ahead and